In the early 70s, the Jackson 5 were riding a huge wave of success and popularity. By 1973, the group already had 6 albums out, and that same year, they would put out 2 more albums, Skywriter and Get It Together. That same year, Michael would release his 3rd solo album with Motown entitled Music and Me, and Jermaine would put out his 2nd solo album, Come Into My Life. Motown was trying to capitalize off the Jackson brand, so eldest member of the group, Jackie, went into the studio and made a solo album that year as well. The album, simply titled Jackie Jackson, came out a month after the group's Get It Together album. The album featured the Jackson 5 singing background vocals on songs like Love, Don't Wanna Leave, Didn't I Blow Your Mind This Time, and Do I Owe. Despite the brothers being on the album didn't even make the charts. Motown didn't even promote the album, and Berry Gordy was one of the producers on the project. In a 1989 interview with the Gavin Report, Jackie joked, saying that the album sold only about 10 copies. It was an album that just got completely overlooked due to all the Jackson albums out on the market that year. Catherine writes in her book, My Family, The Jacksons, I have to be honest, while I enjoyed listening to their records, I hadn't been thrilled to see the brothers spending so much of their energy on their solo work. You're going to run the risk of flooding yourselves out, I told them when their albums were still in the planning stages. There will be too many Jacksons out there. People are going to be saying, which Jackson album should I buy this time? Your focus should be on keeping the Jacksons going. You're much stronger as a group than you are as solo artists, anyway. Another year where the market was overloaded with Jackson albums was 1989. That year, the Jacksons released their 2300 Jackson Street album. Jermaine then released his Don't Take It Personal album. Janet released her much-anticipated Rhythm Nation album, then Randy and the Gypsies released them after. Just 9 days before Janet's Rhythm Nation album, Jackie released his 2nd album entitled Be the One. It had been 16 years since the release of his debut album. Be the One was released on the label Polydor. Work on the album began in 1988 at Los Angeles-based facilities such as Larrabee Sound Studios, Cherokee Studios, and Ponderosa Studios, supplemented by sessions at JHL Sound and Ice Cherry Studio. Jackie was working on this project at the same time as he was working with his brothers on the 2300 Jackson Street album. Jackie co-wrote 3 out of the 9 songs and co-produced 6 of the songs along with Robert Brookins. Jackie collaborated with Paul Jackson Jr., who played guitar on this album. Keyboardist Jeff Lorber, saxophonist Gerald Albright, and former Miss America Suzette Charles put in guest appearances. The album features work by songwriters Atala Zane Giles, Diane Quander, and Leon Silvers. In a 1989 Billboard interview, Jackie said, "This is not an extension of the Jacksons. This is my sound. I've been the prime motivator of the Jacksons, and I've seen the success of other members of the group. All along I kept turning down offers because the group was priority. I am the oldest. If I had gone out and done it, it would have dismantled the group, what with everybody else branching out and doing a solo career. But I finally figured it's my turn." Upon its release, Be the One achieved modest success on the U.S. Billboard charts. It peaked at number 89 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart. The lead single, Stay, peaked at number 39 on the Billboard Hot R&B/hip hop songs chart. Promotion for Stay included a music video which showcased Jackie's performance and was aired on networks such as BET and MTV to broaden its reach. Jackie said in his interview with the Gavin Report, "I had fun making that video. Prior to making the video, though, I had been sick in bed with the flu for 8 days. I had never been that sick in my entire life. In fact, I went to the hospital the day before I shot the video. The record company called me to ask if I wanted to cancel, but there were so many other people involved, I didn't want to do that. We started shooting at about 8 o'clock in the morning, but I hadn't rehearsed for a long time, so I walked through the steps. I got there and heard a whole different version of the song. I had to learn it right on set. Paula Abdul choreographed the bathroom scene. We go way back, Paula and I. Paula, who was a Lakers girl, got her start in the industry when she first choreographed the Jacksons' 1984 Torture music video.
We were on the Victory Tour, right? And at the time, I was dating Paula Abdul. I was the one who got her in the industry. I mean, when she was a Laker girl, we go on the Victory Tour, and we're in New York City, so we had a cattle call of people, maybe 300 people, to be in this video. and she helped me arrange the video for Torture Video.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, I said, Paula, I want you to choreograph this video. She said, no. I said, Paula, I believe in you. You can do it. Don't be afraid. You can do this. And she did, and she.
That's the first video she choreographed?
Mm-hmm.
The video for Stay was directed by Brian Grant. Jackie said, it's a great video. There's not a lot of heavy dancing in it, like Michael or Janet. I didn't want people to label me with what they do. Besides, people would say, oh, he can't dance as good as Michael or Janet, and turn it down right away. So I wanted to do something different. The title track Be the One was featured in the Dan Aykroyd-Kim Basinger comedy, My Stepmother is an Alien. The second single from the album was Cruisin. Jackie and his record company had high hopes for the single. Ron Ellison, Polydor VP of R&B promotion, said, we started with a bang behind the first single, with Jackie on a heavy promotional tour to radio and TV. However, Stay didn't work for us as well as we'd like. So we're getting behind the second single, Cruisin, with a national radio and retail promotion in which we'll be giving away cruises. Cruisin, with Jackie Jackson, was planned to launch late May of 1990. Winners would be sent on a cruise to one of the three destinations, the Bahamas, Caribbean islands, or Mexico. Cruisin peaked at number 58. Jackie said, I've got a great company behind me. His record company did try to promote his album. When asked if he would be planning a tour, Jackie in his Gavin Report interview said, there's going to be a tour starting in September, a world tour, with all of us traveling. The four brothers will start the tour, and the rest of the family will join at certain parts of the tour. It starts in Europe first, and we'll work our way back to the United States. We've all worked our schedules around this. I'll be singing some of my solo songs on that tour too, plus we'll do some old Jackson songs. We've asked Paula Abdul to open for us. The tour never happened. Though Jackie had a chance to take his solo career to the next level, he was focused on the Jacksons. He cared more about being with his brothers than being a solo artist. Jackie and Tito are the only two members who never left the band. Jermaine left first in 1975 and rejoined in 1983. Michael left in 1984 after the Victory Tour. Marlon left in 1985 to pursue his solo career, then rejoined. Randy even quit after the 2300 Jackson Street album and wasn't even around during later promotion for the album. The Jacksons meant a lot to Jackie. It meant more to him than pursuing solo success. In the early part of the Jackson 5's career, the Chicago White Sox was looking to recruit Jackie, but he chose to be with his brothers instead of having a baseball career.
Jackie, were you at one point seriously trying to consider a career in baseball at all?
Wait, Jackie, back that up. Not consider.
Oh.
The White Sox was looking at him.
No, matter of fact, we all play baseball. We all great baseball players, all of us. And I was a shortstop and a pitcher, and they was after me and stuff like that. But you know, I thought I made the right move by sticking with my brothers, because the singing career lasts forever. You can sing forever.
Jackie's first album failed due to Motown not promoting it. Both his first and second albums suffered due to the market being oversaturated with Jackson albums. His second album coming out 9 days before Rhythm Nation. And even though he had a record company who wanted to push him, unlike Motown, Jackie's heart was with his brothers who were promoting their 2300 Jackson Street album at the time. Jackie's Be the One album received mixed reviews, but critics praised the ballads Stuck on You and Broken Heart, a duet with Suzette Charles, as memorable highlights. What's your favorite song on Jackie's self-titled album and Be the One album? Let me know in the comments. Let's go stream those albums and show Jackie some love. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more stories behind the scenes, more stories behind the songs, and more stories behind the siblings, which is the Jacksons. This page is ran by the Jacksons' 70s and 80s Instagram page. Be sure to follow and leave a message. God bless.